looking to me like a quiet Rui Lopez for the time being.
Yeah, that might be a slow brew. We don't know, but I mean, one thing that I know about Pragg is that he's such a sharp tactician. You know, if he spots a chance, then he's going to go for it. I've seen that over the past few months in his tournaments, where sometimes he's had tough positions, but he somehow spots some random tactic that gets him out of trouble. I'm thinking of his last round game against Gukesh in the Reykjavik Open, where suddenly an unexpected knight move suddenly just blew up Gukesh there, and a real upset when Pragg was actually 2 pawns down, and he swung that one around. So let's see about that one. Well, we got some more moves there. Yeah, well, okay, it's a pretty standard Spanish, but let's see what happens there. Let's just stick with this board for the time being.
Oh, sure. It's looking like a reasonably quiet D3 Rui Lopez, which has been quite popular these days, with or without A4. That's up to the players yet, but I suspect that the opening and the early middle game is going to go in a more positional fashion. By the way, what I particularly like about Pragg is something that you also highlighted, and that is the fact that he's more than willing to enter positions which are definitely not better for him, but his opponent's like an absolute boss. I really find it very impressive, because that kind of bold approach to positions that may not look like anything to other players, he would very happily engage with, as long as it promises tactical opportunities.
He's on 5 out of 12 at the moment, and he's in 8th place. Sometimes you can even, even Carlsen play G5. But, this is a fundamental decision, and it's not easy to get right. I mean, Andras, do you play this position with black or white? What do you...
I am more of a white side guy on the Rui Lopez, so yeah, definitely I feel more at home in these structures with white, especially with the bishop being outside of the pawn chain. So I did play a bit of e5 myself with black, but I never really played these Archangel or Archangel structures, so I'm not quite familiar with them, but I am definitely with you on this one, that G5 is going to be a very important decision to make. Whether that will be played or not, and in fact, Carlsen did play G5 in the game.
Okay, well,
so
game on. You say this is great.
Yeah,
this is exactly what we want.
This is now all guns ablaze. Like, this is not going to be peaceful. That's
this position. And also Pragg slightly low on the clock. Magnus is one of the best speed players in the world, so Pragg up against it, and okay, Magnus is taking risks. He's trying to be a bit sneaky here. This pawn pushed. White could not take black's pawn in the center because look at the black rook and the white bishop, they're on the same line, and hit white king getting out of any potential forks.
And we are obviously struggling with Magnus's webcam. We can see it flickering a little bit, but hopefully we can keep it in the picture here, because this could be interesting, I guess, with the clocks ticking as well.
I think Pragg found a really good move. This king move actually was not obvious at all, but he's just getting out of those knight forks that we mentioned earlier. And yeah, maybe we'll see the rest of the pawns start to disappear.
And Magnus just under 10 seconds on the clock. And it does look like
3 seconds.
That was incredible, yeah. But it does seem like the position is kind of fizzling out now. Aren't too many pawns on the board, but is there a question about black's king?
Has Magnus just blundered his knight? Has he just come across, giving a check?
Oh, look at his face.
The black knight falls off. There we go, check.
He's just blundered. Complete blunder.
Wow.
Magnus self-destructs. He just loses his knight on the next move.
And he
Pragg
resigns.
wins again against Magnus.
Praggnanandhaa, he beats Magnus Carlsen again. What just happened?
It's the type of one-move blunder that we're not as creeped into his game in the last year or so. Just one moment, I mean, it was a dead draw almost. Jovanka was saying everything was disappearing off the board. It was pretty much a dead draw, and just one slip at the end, one moment of madness.
And this is Magnus live looking at it.
Yeah, he'll be devastated.
Wow, we have seen this from Magnus a few times over the past few tournaments. It's not a mouse slip, it's just a blunder, just an oversight. I mean, he missed his check. That was it.
And we do say to all players, the first thing you should look for in any position are checks and captures. Every time Magnus blunders, it's because he forgets the basics.